Hello everybody and welcome back to DIY Diecast. My name is Joe and this is episode number 28 of the Hot Wheels and Diecast Collector Show with Joe. And I like to say, in case you're brand new to finding the show, whatever number I announce, like this is episode number 28, that doesn't mean there's only 28 episodes of the show for DIY Diecast. I'm approaching over 200 videos now, so if you're brand new, go back into content, check out some of those great blasts from the past, and subscribe while you're there so that you do not miss anything that comes up in the future, and it gives you that little notification too. Alright, so if you are used to catching the weekly diecast show here on DIY Diecast, you will know it's a totally random diecast show, and stopped the show one time to do a segment called the NASCAR pick of the week. And right here it is. It's a pretty cool one from a very iconic figure in NASCAR racing. The rest of everything that's on this table is it's random for sure, but there is a running theme for the show today. So here in my area, for the last couple months, we have just been stuck on these M and N 2025 cases. I'm about at wit's end. I'm gonna have to start driving far and wide in surrounding areas in search of some new cases. I've seen where in some areas people are already getting into the C case from 2026, and in case you're watching this show in the future, we're into about the second week of November here in 2025. So man, it's just been a really dry spell here for brand new diecast on the pegs. And so what I did was I went into the old collection. I grabbed a box out of the attic, and everything that I was pulling out of this box, it was like a time capsule. It seems to be from the 90s. And I thought, well, there's a great running thing for a show right there. So today we'll focus on cars from the 90s. And we're going to open them all up. We're going to do the unthinkable and open up all these extremely rare and valuable cars from the 90s. The thing about the 90s diecast, I would say 80s, 90s, and 2000 to 2010. In my opinion, a very quirky 30-year period of time for diecast. The castings were not the best, not quite what we have today. And in the 80s, a lot of them were the same, but in the 80s, a lot of the castings that were from the 90s or the early 2000s were just coming out, so at least they were exciting in the 80s because they were new, even if they weren't that great of quality. So the 90s lands right there in the middle of awkwardness, and I've got a great little mix of everything, including some premiums from the 90s. Should be a great retro throwback show. I'm going to get behind the camera now and stop yapping, and let's take a look at some of these great cars from the 90s. Alright, let's creep up on this table and see what we got here. A lot of vintage 90s Hot Wheels. Not as much Matchbox, and this one was featured on last week's show. If you've seen that show, it wasn't worth nothing. Okay, so we're gonna open it up. Even if any of these cars were worth a lot of money, if you know me, that doesn't matter to me. I like them out of the packages. So much easier to display up on my wall the way I display them or whatnot. And I've got tens of thousands. I couldn't possibly keep them all in the package. Found a 5-pack too. And it's pretty cool, from the 90s, and it's all trucks. Can't go wrong there. And then our premiums that we'll be taking a look at today. Got some Johnny Lightning. Let's face it, there just weren't a lot of premium options back in those days. Johnny Lightning was pretty much it. We'll be checking those out. And then in the back, the very back there, we've got the NASCAR pick of the week. Alright, let's get tearing open some diecast. Alright, and first up from 1999, it is the Hot Wheels Hot Rod Magazine. Alright, that is cool. Hot Rod Magazine Track T, and man, this is kind of cool. It's 90s quirky, and it's very, very cool. Let's get it out and take a closer look at that. Special edition, Hot Rod Magazine. Remember when they had the actual paper copies of Hot Rod Magazine? Oh, and all them other ones too. I used to have a subscription to Mini Truckin' Magazine, Lowrider Magazine, of course, and Good Guys back in those days. Leave me a comment and let me know if you had any subscriptions back to magazines when they used to have those. All right, it just says Track T, so it may not be based on an actual body style roadster. If I had to guess from that back there, the closest, that looks like maybe a 29 Model T, or in that area. It looks too early to be a 32. But hey, got the tonneau top with the driver's seat cutaway so you can drive the thing. And that's a pretty cool little paint job and decal scheme on there. What do we say on the back here? What? Boy, that writing is small. Wayne's Body Shop. And probably right around the time Wayne's World was coming out too, back in the 90s. Remember that movie? But there it is. It is the Hot Rod Magazine Hot Wheels Track T. Alright, collectors, reaching all the way back to 1996 is a Hot Wheels Mainline Quicksilver series. It's a Monte Carlo for sure, but they had the Chevy Stalker. That's it, and it's right there on the package. The Chevy Stalker, and came in all kinds of different colors and variations. And this one's got those tri-spoke wheels on it. They had a lot of nifty wheels back in the 1990s, and they had some of the most interesting decals and tampos in those years too. You'll see when I get this one open here. All right, there it is. I love it. It's very retro 90s cool. Fire engine or signal red, what would you call it? But at any rate, check out those tampos on this Monte Carlo. There is the engine being torn away from how just the sheer speed of this thing flying down the road was enough to peel the hood back like that. Amazing. And you know, I believe these that's really funny, because I think these cars only came with the 305. Even in the SS only had the 305 high output motor. So anyway, and Hurricane nonetheless. So very, very interesting graphics. If you have one of these Chevy Stalkers from this period of time, go to your collection and see if your rear rivet is loose, or if that's just mine. Boy, this thing really started moving around when I got it out of the package, and that rivet is loose. Maybe there's a quality issue with all of them. Let me know in the comments. The Monte Carlo Hurricane. Oh, we're not done with that car yet. I just noticed as I was getting ready to put it away, this is the Aero Coupe too. See how that window is slanted and it's not flat? That is the Aero Coupe Monte Carlo. And I brought out a newer car to show us how far we've came. I mean, way better example of the Monte Carlo, wouldn't you agree? And there's that flat back window on the standard coupe there. That's the difference between the standard coupe and the Aero Coupe. All right, let's grab a Matchbox now. All right, folks, this is pretty interesting here. Okay, this is the Opel Calibra DTM from Matchbox. It is from 1997, and this car is massive. Okay, this thing is like 1/24 scale. If you can remember, a lot of you older collectors will remember that there was a time when Matchbox cars were just a little bit bigger than they are today, and they were certainly bigger than the Hot Wheels, and this is no exception. And this one appears to be even larger than larger because of the body kit, I think, that's on it. This thing just seems massive. Wait till I get it out of the package. Something else noteworthy about this car too is it has this this cup hologram thing on the back. It says France if you bend it and look at it just right. But nonetheless, you look this car up on eBay, and it's worth absolutely nothing. I mean nothing. Let's get it out and take a look. All right, there it is. So massive in size, you can clearly see all of the interior details very well. Interesting yellow color choice there. Roof high wing. Of course, too early for the painted in license plates or decal license plates or tail lights or anything like that, but this one is a race car. They may have gotten away with that, but just to give you an idea of the massive size of this thing, I'm going to hold it here next to another body kit car, which is the Hot Wheels Acura Integra. You can see just how large those Matchbox used to be. I mean, just crazy large in size. What do you think about that? All right, now let's check out a premium. Hey, it is a Playing Mantis, which some of you older collectors will know. That is Johnny Lightning. Those two names shared the same. And this is the Monopoly edition. There was a set of these cars. I have the Suburban somewhere too. For me, I don't know why I personally don't like the Monopoly theme on this diecast truck. I love the truck. It's super great. I just don't like the Monopoly decals on it. I'll just let that be said. But the best part for me of this is this amazing Monopoly piece that you get in here. So when you play with your friends Monopoly, you have the best, most awesome Monopoly piece. But you got to open this up to get it. Not a problem for me. I'll be checking that out for sure. And so let's get this open and check out this 90s Johnny Lightning Monopoly Premium here. Alright, check that out. Now, they did a nice job of protecting this car. I love it when they put the plastic inserts inside the package. That way that car doesn't bounce around in the package over the years. If you keep yours in your package, you know, a lot of those vintage cars that you open up have the roofs all scratched up on them, or the back side, depending on if it's a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox, which way it's facing. But it can be heck on a car being in the package for years, bouncing around. So good job whenever I see that. And here's our little token piece. I'm really more excited about this token piece than I am this truck. Here, let's see. Well, let's get the truck out first and view it. Do we have an opening hood? Yes, we do. And check out that fantastic engine. Looks like we got a Y-block. I was expecting something like a big straight 6 motor in there or something. Premium wheels for sure. Hard plastic tires. Yep, just plastic tires. Even on those premiums back in the 90s. Does the tailgate? Nope, tailgate does not. And we got a hard tonneau cover there. And the details are pretty good. Side mirrors. Don't care for the Monopoly graphics once again, but even the painted and turn signals. And I am not mad at that at all. Metal base, metal body, pretty premium, all except for the rubber tires. Even the taillights are painted in. Nice job on that. Let's check out the token real quick. There it is. How fun is that? Can't wait to play Monopoly with my friends now. I got the best token. So cool. Alright, back to some main lines. We got this Mercedes 380 SEL. Look at that, 89 cents. Give you an idea what Hot Wheels cost back in the 90s there. New paint style, and you'll see when I get this one out. It's got those saw blade wheels on it there. Very, very typical of the 90s cars there. Very 90s rad saw blade wheels. Let's get it out and take a look at this paint. Okay, I hope I'm holding this in the light just enough where you can see how candy metallic this paint job is. And that roof needs wax. That one's been bouncing around in the package. There we go. It wiped off whatever it was. Thought that one good. I won't have to do it. But, hey, there it is. Very, very candy red paint job. And another thing that should be pointed out about this 90s classic Mercedes here is that this is also a time when, and I really didn't care for it, it doesn't look too bad on this Mercedes, but they used to wrap that base right on around up, sometimes clear up to halfway through the car. And that was typical of some of the older 80s and 90s releases and castings. And I generally don't care for it. It doesn't make much of a difference on this Mercedes, in my opinion. But, yep, there it is. Noteworthy fact there. Nice choice of camel interior to match that beautiful candy paint there on that Mercedes. Alright, and another Mercedes from the 90s, the Mercedes C-Class. Something a little bit more sportier and something with a little bit more, with a little bit less bass on it. Let's get it open and take a look at these ground effects here. Alright, there it is. And I can tell you, when this first came out, this was a big deal. This is when, in my opinion, when we first started seeing one of the newer premium style mainline castings. They were starting to put ground effects on them and do little things to make them a little bit extra. That extra high spoiler on the back there. Shame they couldn't have done things like painting the headlights or the grill or whatnot, and that would have actually been a banging ride for the 90s. But, you know, a little better quality wheels on this one even too. I prefer those over the typical standard Hot Wheels wheels of the era. But for a mainline with the body kit on it, it's even wide body. You see how it has a lip around the wheels or whatever? This was considered a wide body car. And it was very exciting when this came out. It gave us hope for what the future mainlines could be for Hot Wheels. And boy, look where we are at today. Things have certainly progressed, and it's just getting better and better, folks. All right, let's just keep mixing it up, keep it interesting. 1999, Johnny Lightning, Muscle Cars USA, 1970, Cyclone spoiler. This thing looks pretty sweet. And, you know, like I was saying earlier, we did not have back in the 90s the options for premium cars that we do today. Very, very limited. Johnny Lightning was your premium go-to choice back in the 90s. And boy, we certainly thought so back then even too. And today I think they hold up still as far as details and quality. In my opinion, they really were ahead of their time. And when they came out, there was just nothing like them. Love some classic Johnny Lightning. Let's check this thing out a little closer. That's what I am talking about. Boy, look at them centerline rally wheels. Just a shining and so accurate. Man, when you were a young man in the 80s, that's all you wanted on any car you drove was those classic chrome centerline rallies. Got the black vinyl top on there, the spoiler, and all the details are great. The sticker package, all of it. Check out that custom scooped hood. The turn signals are painted in, the grill. Come on, Johnny Lightning. So awesome. And do we have opening doors? Sometimes you got opening doors. Not on this one. Hard plastic tires, you know. But that's okay. And great details on that engine there, too. Look at all the colored in details on that engine block. So cool from Johnny Lightning. Alright, now if you are regular to the show, you know that I like my lowriders, and you know how I like to put the hydraulic suspensions on them. I'm about 99% certain this is going to be the next build, so look forward in an upcoming video to this beautiful 59 Chevy to be having working hydraulic suspension added to it. I believe it's going to be the next one. I just love it when you find one that doesn't need anything but the hydraulics put on it and a wheel swap. When the paint is already, it's just perfect. It's just screaming, make me a lowrider with hydraulics. And I'm certainly willing to oblige. Beautiful car, should be the next lowrider. Let's take a closer look. There it is in a beautiful metallic silver. Absolutely gorgeous. Just the perfect amount of decals in a great lowrider style. And the classic 59 Chevy. The thing I love about these cars, other than they make great lowriders, is the back. Can't you see that angry face with the taillights being the eyes, and the way that trunk lid bent in being the angry looking eyebrows? Thing looks mad as heck when it's pulling away from you. And that's the 59 Chevy. Alright, let's check out this 5-pack of vintage 90s trucks. It is the Hot Wheels 5-pack House Calls series of trucks. I'm going to go ahead and open them all up here real quick to save some time, and we'll take a look at them once I got them open here. And here we go. Isn't that silly? Stinky's Diaper Cleaners. Alright. Well, it is what it is. Lots and lots of different variations and colors available in this great delivery van. And that's certainly one I'll be proud to put with my other ones in my collection. Opening rear doors. And I just love to collect all these box trucks in this casting that I can find, including the ice cream and the food trucks too. Lots of great variations out there. Now this one here, I love this truck, but I do not love this truck. This casting is way oversized. It's just very awkward and goofy. The wheels do not work on it, on my opinion, but the body is too tall. And the thing is just too daggone big. It really is bigger than your standard size Hot Wheel. I don't know why they did this. I've never been a fan of this classic GMC casting here. I don't know, but it, you know, from a distance looks great. I love the truck in real life, but just not a great job on that casting. It's like they were in a hurry to crank this thing out on a Friday before clock out time. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, in my opinion, I'm going to save the best for last. I'm going to go ahead and pick on them for putting this one out too. It's a pizza delivery, pizza on wheels. Okay, yeah, I get it. It's fun at the track. You would love to see that on the side of a dragster truck burning down the track. It just, I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone. There it is. Pizza delivery. I just don't like it. And when I don't like one, I don't want to necessarily harp on it too long. I don't know. Let's move on. Okay, this one's not too bad, you know. It was neat to see a 5-pack of trucks from that time era too, because if you think that truck castings are harder to find than cars today, boy, it was just even worse back in the 80s and 90s. The trucks were very, very limited, so we're excited to get any truck we could see, and certainly when they were a realistic model like this Ford here. Long bed there, look how long that bed is on that thing, and it is the Rusty Pipes Plumbing F-150 there with the 14-foot bed. Jiminy night. Alright, now that's it right there. Hold the phone. This is the winner out of that 5-pack. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. Man, it's beautiful. I love these. I have this in several different variations, but man, that 1-ton dolly slammed was one of my favorite truck castings ever. Tonneau cover, so many ways to customize these, and I mean, you can do anything with them. They look great with wheel swaps. You can put the hydraulics on them and make the slam stance raise up a little bit, just like it's got airbags. I mean, the endless possibilities with these things. Love this casting. One of my favorite trucks. Next, is that cool to see still in the package or what? It is the 90s Heat Fleet Series Ramblin' Wrecker. Check out the flames on that guy, man. That is cool. I was super, super happy. I remember the day I bought this. I remember exactly where, and was so happy to find it. I love all the variations of these records. Let's get it out and take a closer look. And there it is. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Love the cab overs. Anytime I can find them, whatever they are. Big air horn on the top there. Great, great details. I do wish they would have not made these like red plastic. Seems like everyone I've got has red plastic. I'm staring at a white one across the room right now. It's got a red plastic toe arm on it too, but it would have helped it to look more realistic. And I could have done without the flames even, but it's pretty cool. I'm happy they got this variation, and that's a far different set of wheels than you usually see on these two. Very cool. All right, here is that from last week's show. That 75 challenge. This is a 1997 Matchbox gold Camaro, and this was part of a challenge they put out. It's 1/10,000 cars back in 1997. That's pretty limited, and it's a Camaro, and it's gold. It's got all of the ingredients of being a very, very, very valuable car. But that was my whole point of that show last weekend, to show you those of you that believe that even limited edition can mean big money or whatnot, you just be wrong. And so let's get this open and just enjoy it then. Yeah, very cool. I'll put it in the box and put it with my other ones, and just keep it that way in my collection there. Beautiful metallic gold paint that you really just couldn't enjoy. You cannot appreciate that paint job when it's hiding underneath the glare of that plastic packaging. And good body line details. I just need to paint in the headlight and taillight details. And I think that makes a great candidate for a real rubber wheel swap too. It's kind of got the IROC rims on it already. Pretty cool just the way it is, but could spruce it up a bit. Very nice. Alright, another premium. It's the 67 Olds 442 1998 Johnny Lightning release. Let's get it open and check out the details on this one. Probably going to be pretty as great as that Cyclone spoiler. There it is. Candy apple red, maybe? I don't know. Just gorgeous red. And all the same details as the Cyclone spoiler model we looked at earlier. Fantastic. Very accurate centerline rally wheels. Once again, we do got the plastic tires still. But all those great. Look at the Oldsmobile written in the middle there. Even the badge and the 442 distinction. It is all there. And yes, also a very, very detailed out engine, and looking very, very nice all around those windows. Look at that chrome or stainless trim. It's all there from Johnny Lightning. 90s premiums, folks. Alright, here's a great throwback. This is the 1996 Range Rover Flamethrower series. Maybe we would consider this the first series of the HW Flames then. Back then they called them the Flamethrower series. Let's get it open and check out the awkwardness of this 90s Range Rover. Alright, so the first thing you notice about it is how massive it is. It was just one of them weird oversized Hot Wheels castings this time. And there's a newer Range Rover there, SUV. And I mean, this thing is just huge. It's just massive of a casting there. Got the flames all over it. And those classic Hot Wheels, very over-exaggerated four-wheel drive bogger wheels and tires on it. Very, very popular on the Power Plower is where you'll see a lot of those old wheels there carried over and used up well into the 90s. There are flames all over it, plastic base, and a metal body. And I don't know, it looks like a toy and not a very realistic Range Rover. Those wheels, man, really skateboarded. But there it is, very cool nonetheless. I like it. Alright, one more premium, then two more main lines, and we'll take it out with the NASCAR pick of the week. Here is a Racing Champions, very limited edition. One of almost 20,000, 19,998. That's not very rare at all, actually. But beautiful car. Man, I love the paint. And stock rods, I have many of them. I probably have 3-4 dozen different of the stock rods. I collect them all. Great vintage, race painted up, actual classic cars. Look at the reverse flip, open hood on that. These things had super details. Very premium for the 90s from Racing Champions this time. There it is. Isn't that great? And if you're interested in seeing more stock rods, I have a video very early. You got to scroll way down in my content of full-length videos, and I have a video of just me opening up stock rods somewhere back there in the early days. It'd be a fun one to go back and check out. Check out all the great details. Look, even the taillights are separate little pieces added on there. Racing Champions cranked out some very quality stuff, as you may know, and just as comparable in quality to Johnny Lightning, in my opinion. And I absolutely love every one of these stock rods that I can find. And very accurate tread. Oh yes, that does have real rubber tires on it. Yellow lettered at that too. And I saw the tread on there. I was like, man, them look like rubber, and they are. So very premium there. Little problem with that hood alignment there, but just leave the hood open. It still looks cool. And yep, Racing Champions stock rods. 1996 Matchbox Volvo container truck. Came with all kinds of different businesses and advertising decals on the side. This one was just a Matchbox Auto Products sticker. And cab over commercial truck. I'm in. Count me in every time. And this one has a great new look. Let's get it open and check out that great new look. There it is. plastic base, metal body, interesting for being the 90s. Very, very accurate. Look at the Volvo stamped in that casting in the front there. Very cool. And the door's open in the back. I got them open there. There's something laying up in there. Looks like some straps or something like that. That's pretty cool. I find cool stuff when I open up diecast, customize it all the time. It's always neat to see that. And there it is. 1996 Volvo container truck. Alright, 1999. Whoa, this is a 2000. This can't even be in this video. Sorry about that mistake there. Let's do the NASCAR pick of the week. And certainly from the 90s, 1997, limited to 19,043. Isn't that interesting? They ended on 19,043, and it's car number 43, a Richard Petty, of course. Iconic racing figure, arguably as popular as Dale Earnhardt Sr. himself. You recognize Richard Petty by that cowboy hat and them sunglasses and that classic mustache. He just had that look always, and that's how you knew him. He called Chevys Chivvies. He had Chivvies, not Chevys. And he had a very, very interesting voice there. And iconic racing figure from the 90s. And this beautiful paint job. I love the colorful NASCARs or whatnot. They look great sitting on the shelves in your collection. And that one from Racing Champions. Alright, that's going to wrap it up. Went kind of over a little bit longer than I wanted to on this show, but boy, that certainly was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If this is your first time watching the show, or you're not subscribed, go ahead so you can catch more shows like this one and get that notification, and it's absolutely free. Give me a like or leave a comment, and I try to respond to them all. So I'll have a great week, and I'll see you this weekend when I drop another video here. Have a good one now.